If you're on Ozempic or Mounjaro and you're still struggling with stubborn belly fat, muscle loss, or brain fog that's midlife, there's a massive piece of the puzzle your doctor might be missing. We're seeing women that are starting these metabolic medications and they're doing it without looking at their hormones. Today, I want to break down why Ozempic and hormone replacement therapy could be the longevity protocol that you need. Could be the way that they can work synergistically together. You don't have to choose one or the other. And putting them together can help you with those sabotaging hormones. So let's look at the science. A brand new study just dropped in 2026, published in the Lancet, one of the most respected medical journals in the world. And I have to be honest, it actually floored me a little bit. The study revealed that postmenopausal women who are taking GLP medications, both low dose and regular dosing, things like Ozempic or Zepbound, and were also taking hormone replacement therapy, lost 35% more weight than women just taking GLPs alone. 35%. That is not small. That is very, very significant. If you're the one that's on a GLP, you would love to have 35% more weight loss. And most doctors, including many OBGYNs and primary care doctors, are not talking specifically about the synergistic effect of both a GLP and hormone replacement therapy. So today I'm going to break down exactly what this study found, why estrogen and GLP medications may work together so powerfully, and most importantly, what does this mean for you and the conversation you should be having with your doctor. Hi, I'm Dr. Jennifer Roelands. I'm an OBGYN, and this is the kind of conversations that I have every single day in my clinic. I believe that every midlife woman deserves to have a conversation about all of her options and make the choice that's right for you. Okay, so why menopause makes weight loss so hard? Before we talk about the solution, I want you to understand what's actually happening in your body during menopause and perimenopause. Because this is not about willpower, even though people tell you that all the time. When estrogen declines during menopause, a few things happen to make weight gain almost inevitable. If it's left undressed, it just continues and continues and continues. First, your fat distribution changes. Estrogen was helping keep fat stored in your hips and your thighs. Without it, your body is routing that fat to the abdomen. That's the classic menobelly or menopause belly. It's not vanity, it's actually a cardiovascular risk factor. Second, your metabolism slows. We lose muscle mass as we age. And so your muscles actually not only get smaller, but they're actually less metabolically active. And estrogen helps preserve muscle mass. Less muscle means less calories burned. Third, insulin resistance happens. Your cells become less responsive to insulin, which means more of what you eat gets stored as fat rather than burned for energy. And lastly, your hunger hormones go haywire. Leptin, the hormone that tells your brain you're full, becomes less effective, so you feel hungry more often. This is why many patients say, Dr. Jen, I'm eating exactly the same as I did 5 years ago, and I'm still gaining weight. How is that possible? And I believe you. I know this is happening. This happened to me when I went through perimenopause. The biology of your body has fundamentally changed. So what are GLP medications? You've definitely heard of Ozempic. Maybe Wegovy, maybe Zepbound or Mounjaro. These are all medications in a class called GLP receptor agonists. And they generally are changing the landscape of weight loss medications. GLP stands for glucagon-like peptide. It's actually a hormone your gut naturally makes. It only lasts for a very short period of time. It tells your brain, hey, I'm full, stop eating. It also slows how fast your stomach empties and helps regulate your blood sugar. These medications mimic and amplify that signal. So you feel full faster, you stay full longer, and those constant food cravings go away, the food noise that people describe. It quiets down significantly. Tirzepatide, the active ingredient in Zepbound and Mounjaro, is actually even more powerful because it has two hormones, GLP and GIP. Clinical trials showed up to 21% total body weight loss, and which is great for someone who's trying to lose weight. So here's what nobody really was paying attention to until recently is how do these medications work specifically in menopause women? And does the hormonal environment of menopause affect how well they work? So this landmark study in the Lancet, and I'm going to refer to it right here if you want to check it out, was published in January 2026. A team of researchers at the Mayo Clinic published this, in the OBGYN and Women's Health Division. They looked at 120 postmenopausal women, all of whom were overweight and or categorized as obese. They had been taking tirzepatide for 12 months, at least, some of them even longer. 40 of those women were also on hormone replacement therapy. 80 were not. And they were carefully matched so the groups were comparable in terms of age, their BMI, their health history, their demographics. Here's what they found. The women on both tirzepatide and hormone replacement lost 19.2% of their total body weight. This, remember, is over a year. The women on tirzepatide alone only lost 14%. That is a 35% difference in weight loss outcomes when they're matched for their exact demographics. For context, the woman on HRT who weighed 200 pounds before the study lost about 38 pounds. The woman not on HRT lost about 28 pounds. Same medication, same time frame, a 10-pound weight difference. And it wasn't just about weight. The HRT group also had better cardiovascular outcomes. They had improvements in their blood sugar, their cholesterol, their heart markers. Multiple things actually got better, which is what you see right now on women on GLPs. Researchers also found fascinating that the women on HRT had weight loss outcomes that were almost identical to premenopausal women on tirzepatide. In other words, HRT may help restore the response of these medications and take away that menopause factor. So why does this work? The question is obviously, well, why? How could it be possible that this is beneficial? Why would being on estrogen and a GLP make it work better? The honest answer is that we don't really have all the mechanisms worked out, but we know estrogen is incredibly important for insulin in general. We know it interferes with that, or it interacts with insulin. We still need randomized controlled trials to confirm exactly what is the mechanism. Is it more of a GLP? Is it the synergistic effect of bringing estrogen back in the body? Is there a certain level of estrogen that you actually need to be on? Because there was a variation in the actual dosing. Theory one is that estrogen appears to sensitize GLP receptors in the brain, maybe making estrogen work better for the brain. They respond more strongly and they have less suppression, which means they want to eat less and less cravings. So essentially, you're kind of amplifying the drug's effect at the receptor level in the brain. Theory two is potentially estrogen not only improves insulin sensitivity, but also changes leptin and ghrelin. And combined, the sum of all of these things, better insulin resistance, less leptin resistance, overall helps in general. Theory three is that maybe HRT reduces hot flashes, sleep disturbances, maybe the other factors such as not sleeping that make your cortisol go up, inflammation, which makes your cortisol go up, actually gets improved with GLP, and by lowering cortisol, you actually have a better response to weight loss interventions. No one completely knows. That's where this is really important. Lastly, in the study, they noticed that the women actually preserved muscle mass. More muscle means more higher resting metabolism. The GLP medication works great to help with this particular issue, is to make sure that you're using it at a dose that's correctly for you. Now, I have to be real about one thing. This is not the complete picture, right? We don't know everything there is. There's so many more answers that we need to be addressed. And there is legitimate concern that you can lose muscle mass on GLPs. But again, those studies that were originally done that showed loss of muscle mass were not in a postmenopausal or menopausal population. These were in people with diabetes who had obesity. The good news is the research is clear that resistance training, lifting weights, resistance bands, body weight exercise, combined with adequate protein reduces muscle loss in all age groups, and definitely on people, definitely with women who are on GLPs. I tell my patients to aim between 25 to 30 grams of protein per meal, strength training at least 2 to 3 times per week, get a bone density scan so you know where you're starting off, because bone health matters. So the combination of HRT, which helps preserve muscle and bone, plus GLP medications and strength training, is honestly the most comprehensive approach we have available. But it has to be done thoughtfully and it has to be done under supervision. So who is a candidate for this combination approach? I can be honest, not everybody is. Not everybody is a candidate not only to get covered by insurance, but they may also not respond necessarily to a GLP medication. So who are the candidates for GLPs? If you're trying to get it covered by insurance, you need a BMI of at least 30 or greater. If you have a BMI below that, you might have to use compounded medications, or you might have to use the commercial products, but in a smaller dose, and likely self-pay, because it's unlikely that insurance will cover it. The key here is personalization. What works beautifully for one woman may not be appropriate for another. This is why I can't tell you everyone should do this, but absolutely can tell you that this combination might be right for you. And it deserves a serious conversation with your doctor, and you should be the one to bring it up. Because the data suggests that both a combination of HRT and GLPs can be fantastic for women who are trying to maintain their weight or even lose weight in this time. Here's what I want you to walk away with today. Something actionable. If you're postmenopausal or menopausal and you're struggling with weight and interested in this research, here are the exact questions you should bring to your next appointment. This isn't about quick fixes. It's about understanding your hormones, working with your body, and instead of against it, and making informed decisions with a doctor who's actually up to date in the research. If this video is helpful, please share it. I mean that sincerely. There are women in your life right now, a friend, a sister, a colleague who is struggling with this exactly and doesn't know where to start. Drop a comment below and let me know, has your doctor ever discussed HRT and GLPs together? And what did they say? What were the options? I read every single comment, and it's really important to me to provide adequate information that you deserve and that you also would like. If you want to go deeper, I do have a video on top supplements for menopause belly, as well as a video on hormone replacement therapy options specifically. So the links are below. Join me on the next video.